Sexual abuse cases or sexual assault cases are incredibly sensitive and very, very personal. Unfortunately, what we see at this firm is those incidents, whether it's occurring to a child or to an adult, have devastating consequences, and they carry with it physical, emotional, and psychological injuries and damages that can last for the rest of that person's lives. Since they are so sensitive and since they are so personal, you need a lawyer that understands those issues and is sympathetic and empathetic with the issues that you're going through, that can help guide someone through the treatment programs, find the right professionals that can help you address those injuries and represent you if you seek to pursue a claim against those who had caused or are responsible for the abuse. The unfortunate thing about these cases is the law is not on the victim's side. It requires a lawyer that understands the area of the law and how to get from A to Z in that particular case. So in order to investigate those claims, it is important that you get a lawyer, like the lawyers at Heninger, Garrison, Davis, that understand the law and how to hold everyone that's responsible. Usually when there's been a sexual abuse or a sexual assault, there's a corresponding criminal side to the case. And we're not involved in the criminal side. We walk along with our client, making sure that they take steps that are necessary to put the offender in jail or in prison or are held accountable criminally for that conduct. What we do is a little bit different. We're on the civil side, so we are seeking to hold the offender liable for money damages, a financial burden on that offender to pay you for the injuries that you've received. There are occasions, more often than not, that in addition to the offender, there is some other entity, whether it's a business, whether it's an organization, that didn't have the right policies in place or didn't have the right rules in place to protect people from these types of offenders. Unfortunately, we see these with children oftentimes, whether it's a church or a daycare or some other type of volunteer organization. And those injuries, those consequences can last far into that child's adulthood and could be lifelong. So it is imperative that if you or a loved one suffer from sexual abuse, contact the lawyers at Heninger, Garrison, Davis so we can walk with you through this process.